Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to make a better selection of a partner. Selection is a skill that we already have and you're going to have to utilize in order to pick a good partner, right? So the selection is a simple thing that we've been using all our lives, like the way we pick our food, the way we pick our clothes, and other life necessities. So I want you to remember that you're selecting from a market on relationships and dating, right? And you hopefully you'll make a choice that is good and long lasting. By now you should know your preferences, right? So the thing is that all this process comes into play when you know what is that you want. What are your needs and what are your wants, right? So remember that there's always a difference between wants and needs, right? The needs are those necessities, right? But the wants are things that are pretty, we want, right? We desire, but we don't necessarily need, right? They're not necessities. So by now you should know your preferences. You should know what you want. You should know exactly what you're looking for in this point, right? Or at least working towards that at this point in your life, right? And by all means, don't think that because you're going after the things that you need, that it makes you selfish. It's not that you're selfish. This is not a selfish practice. It's actually the opposite. It's a self-protecting practice, right? It's looking out for yourself. And this is a life situation that you do have to be alert and aware and protecting yourself, because you're talking about a partner, and of course the intention is to have somebody for the rest of your life, not some temporary situation like a friends with benefits situation, right? So think about that. You're not being selfish. You're looking out for yourself, right? And how do you know yourself? What are you doing to really know yourself? Or what work have you done? Because there's work that we have to do daily to understand who we are, to know what we want, and to make choices, right? We make choices every day. And knowing those things. So what are you doing? What are you practicing in your life daily? I strongly suggest taking a writing assignment and writing down a list of pros and cons. So you list all your pros of what are the things that you're looking for in a partner, what is it the things that you need from a partner, right? And those needs have to be in line with what you want. And they have to match basically who you are and what you want. Then the cons are the things that you don't want, right? What are the things you don't want from a person? What are the things you're not willing to accept in your life? What are the things you're not going to put up with in your life? And what characteristics or behaviors from another person that you're not willing to put up with? So that's your list, right? That's giving you a list of what to do and to know, right? It gives you like a foundation to start working from. And again, you know, the work on us, the individual, is an ongoing process. It's an ongoing work. It has to continue. It has to be done daily. And that's what I want you to know, that you have to know yourself first before you go bring somebody into your life, right? So simply, if you don't love yourself, how can you expect someone to love you, right? Love starts at home. You really have to do the work on yourself, right? Because it's an inside job. You got to work on you. You got to make yourself feel comfortable with who you are, no matter where you are, right? And know that you're comfortable with the person that you are, right? That you don't have to listen to society's norms, that you don't have to listen to the stereotypical labeling that is done, and you don't have to fit into a category. You just have to be comfortable with who you are. Because when you're comfortable with who you are, people see that, right? It's just like you love yourself, right? people start to feel that love that you have for yourself, and you'll start to attract people that love themselves towards you, right? It's just like being happy. If you're happy with yourself and you show your happiness shows wherever you go, people are gonna see that you're happy, and that's gonna attract happy people towards you. The sad people don't want to come towards you because you're too happy. They don't know what that feels like. They don't really want to experience that. So they stay away, right? But the happy people will come to you. So the same thing applies when you love yourself. You'll attract people who are ready to be loved and give love. And that's what we're working with, right? That's what the whole purpose of this project is, right? To find a partner, right? So then you got to think about the other person. The other person has to be in alignment with your wants and your needs, right? You have to have similar interests because you're about to embark on a journey together, right? A journey which could be for the rest of your life, right? We don't know what life throws at us, how long we're going to be alive or anything like that. But the whole thing is that you want to be on this journey with this person, and you want to have identical goals. Like, we want to get there. Like you don't want to be with somebody who doesn't want what you want. So say you want to live on a farm and you want to grow your own food, your own vegetables, and I don't know, have a pig as a pet, and this person is not into that. Their ideal day in life is living in the city, living in a small apartment, working in a job that is just basically a routine, right? And going to eat McDonald's and something like that, right? So obviously there's no comparison. That is not going to work. So yeah, you got to find the person with similar interests. You got to be on the same destination in life, and that person has to be on the same boat with you. They got to be willing to, ride this out together, right? Because that's what partners do, right? Partners and partnership is about working together to accomplish things together, not separately, right? Because together it's like teamwork. The teamwork is something that needs more than one person to make it work, right? So then you got to also think about your feelings. You got to be aware about your feelings, because sometimes we subject ourselves to letting ourselves go on emotions. And sometimes based on emotions, we make not so good choices, right? Because if something feels good, we usually jump in, head first, and then later on we get hurt, or later on we end up not happy with the situation, right? And we have history that shows us that of choices people have made, being in the wrong relationship, then having to stay in the wrong relationships for different reasons, right? They stay in for having a child, having children, domestic violence. They become dependent on that abuser. Even just because of property, you bought a house together and you both have all this money invested in it. So you have to stay together for these reasons, right? And that's what people do, right? So we don't want to be that kind of person. We don't want to be in those situations because life is tough on its own, right? So we don't want to add any more harsh situations to our life. So we want to stay clear of those situations. So that means we got to check our emotions, right? Because in those situations, what happens is that emotions overthrow intelligence, right? So by keeping our emotions in check, we use our intellect. We think about the situation. We stay in control. We clear about our goal. We clear about what we want. And that's what we need, right? In picking a partner, we can't just dive in emotionally. We need to be clear mentally. We have to have clarity of thought. We have to be 100% sure that we're doing the right thing, we're choosing the right person, and we're making the right decisions. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, share, and like. And I think up here you'll see another video posted on the subject, right, of dating. So check out that video. And yes, comment below. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. If I gave you something to think about, please feel free to comment. I'll get back to you on the comments real quick, as fast as I can, but I will definitely answer your comments. So write me, and I send you blessings and hope that you have a wonderful life.